The body is literally an infinite complex mass of interconnecting systems. People like to believe that they know exactly what's going on in their body and that they can all see clearly what's going on in their bodies. But it's not always clear if what's going on is a hiccup or if it's going to turn into a full-blown bloody disaster. It's actually quite easy to find out where you are once you understand where you are with the stress that's going on in your body. You see, I meet women and they don't really understand what kind of disasters are going on inside their body because they believe that what's going on with them in their environment is normal. And they believe that they are coping rather well. I know this only too well, having put a big smile on my face when inside I was burning up, I was frustrated, I was angry, and there was an awful lot going on that I just wasn't able to express myself very well. So, we end up burning the fuse at both ends, spreading ourselves really, really thin, and having a burnout. And basically what's going on inside the body can be changed in an instant. We can change what's going on in our body. We can turn everything around 180 degrees. You have to understand how to be more resilient and how to cope with the stress that's going on in your life so that it doesn't keep on having that knock-on effect on your body. I'm talking here mostly about weight. 99% of the women that I speak to, what's going on with their weight is going on to do with their stress, the levels of stress that they have going on in their body and how they're coping. Hi, I'm Fiona Robertson. I am a body renewer extraordinaire. I'm taking you from the inside out to understand what's going on in your body, what's going on when you're stressed and how that's having a massive influence on your body and what you're carrying around in your body. My whole aim is to help you understand about your body better so you can plug into yourself, so you can actually understand what's going on from the inside. You can feel like, okay, now I'm stressed. Okay, now I'm feeling better, lowering my stress levels, I'm being able to cope, until you're able to react on a much different and respond on a much different level. If you're keeping getting triggered by every tiny little thing, I know I was, then you're going to keep on gaining and holding on to weight. What I'm here for is to just help you reprogram your mind, take a different perspective so that you can understand what's going on in your body and you can start taking control of what's going on. If you knew what was going on inside your body every single time you got stressed, I bet you 100%, once you understood what that felt like, you would not want to go there anymore. As far as the nervous system goes, physically and psychologically, the body suddenly shifts its energy. It shifts its energy from doing everything, systems working, everything nice and balanced, to being in the fight and the flight mode. Basically, that means that from every single extremity, it's needing that fuel. So it shuts down their digestive system. It shuts down an awful lot of what's going on for the organs to function normally. And it takes all that energy out to your muscles and out to your extremities so that you can either fight or you can run as fast as you can away from that particular system. As you well know, we're not in that kind of primitive caveman environment anymore. But so basically what's happening is we've got an awful lot of sugar being released into our system from the gluten and everything that we're eating. It also makes us crave gluten and crave sugars. So if you're suffering with craving sugars over a certain time, there's a certain amount of stress going on in your body, and your body's just going, and I need to get you to have some extra fuel just in case we need to run. I need you to have some more. So your body's sending you those signals, the bacteria, every single thing. Your body is an infinite, complex mass of interacting systems that you have no clue what they're doing, and you don't need to know, but you can have a different response that helps those systems relax and be at ease so that she's not sending all this junk around your body and helping you to crave junk because you're always in that fight and flight mode. I wrote an article just recently. If I if stress, what was it? The calories in stress. If I burnt up that many calories in stress, I'd be a supermodel by now, because I've been so stressed, and I really believed that stress was burning up all my calories. However, that's not the case. It's kind of the opposite. Certainly as we get older, ladies, that's what's happened. And it's certainly the more stress we have as we head into our sort of like midlife, that helps us also craving, and starts us craving the sort of the sugars and the glucoses to sort of calm us down a little bit as well. And the funny thing is that we seem to get teenagers and children who spike us at those particular moments as well. So basically women have all this going on, and their network of friends and network of everything that's going on, and trying to run their family and trying to keep everybody cool, but inside they're burning up and they're really feeling very, very stressed. One of the main things I know, that in nature, when an animal has been chased and attacked and it's up to fight, and all that adrenaline is rushing around their body, if they don't get caught and eaten, and they're able to run off and live another day, they have a mechanism that kind of shakes that all off, that shakes off the stress that they've just had rushing around their bodies. They don't store it. For us as humans, we kind of go, oh God, I need to just zen, I need to zen. We overeat because we know we've been so stressed, and we've just used up every single vitamin and mineral that was running around on our bodies. So what happens is that our body kind of goes, oh my God, we've got all this adrenaline and all these hormones, we don't know what to do with them, we haven't used them up, they're kind of poisonous for our body now, and they get stored, and they need to get stored. The safest place for any toxins, if you're in a toxic environment, or if you're around or smelling toxins and eating toxins, blah, 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 from petrol fuels and all the rest of it, the toxins that run through our body that we can't release all in one go because we're so overwhelmed with them, they get stored in our fat cells. That's the easiest place for our body to protect us, by putting it in their fat cells. So this weekend, I decided, when I was helping somebody, I set her a task, and I'm going to set you the same task today as well. If you could note down every single thing that makes you stressed. So, for example, you make a list of every single person or every single situation. Yeah, that kind of stresses me out. It could be from anger, it could be from frustration, it could be from running around like a headless chicken, it could be like deadlines, any single thing that makes you feel stressed. And write that down for yourself. Actually know what makes you stressed. Understand what's going on in your body, how you're getting stressed, what's triggering your stress. And then what I'll do is I'll teach you how you can decide which is the most important one for you to work on, so that we can help you sort of react to that particular situation in a very, very different way. Peace with food is one of the things that I do, which really helps you to lower your stress levels, to cope much better, to help you build a resilience so that you are stronger and stronger inside. Your boundaries are built up. You're feeling extremely safe within yourself and able to cope with whatever the world and business and your partners and your children are throwing at you. Peace with food is something that I've called peace with your body, peace with your environment, peace with everything. So instead of being at war with everything that goes on around with you, feeling that stress, you suddenly start to try and find the peace within yourself. You reconnect to who you are. I help women, and I support women in this particular way, to release the stress and release what's triggering you in the first place, to reset yourself, to reprogram your mind and reprogram your emotions and your thoughts and your beliefs. And I help you to reconnect with yourself so that you can feel safe. At any single moment, you'll feel safe in your body. You'll understand what you're doing, why you're doing it, and what you can do to help your stress levels reduce. I also go on to teach you in other courses that I do how you can release different hormones in your body, like oxytocin, which actually releases an awful amount of the stress that's going on and the weight that you've stored and everything else. So oxytocin is what we're working towards, and this is the brazen, adventurous woman. This is the woman in the next phase of your life that you cannot help to want to be. I hope this has been helpful for you. I'm here to help you release the 3 major things that gain weight on your body. Stress is one of the main ones. 99% of times it's stress. The second one is that you are stagnant. That often means that you are playing a waiting game. And often that means is you just don't know what you want next. I know that I did that. I was like, oh my God, I live in France. I've got the house, I've got the family, I've got the business, I've got everything else. And then I just let that slip and slide. And I became very stagnant and became very into just what was going on now. And I came into survival mode because I had nothing that I was working towards. I hadn't put anything out there as to what I was working towards. And the third one is scarcity. Scarcity is when you're coming from lack. Often when we're brought up, we're told, finish your plate, there's thousands in the world starving, so eat your plate up. Scarcity is also coming from lack. Lack of love, lack of money, lack of all those kind of things. If you believe there's lack in the world, or there's not enough for you, or I bet there's not enough for them, so I better eat everything that's on my plate. If you're coming from lack, your body's going to be holding on to whatever it can get its hands on. All right, so the 3 main things that I talk about to do with why the body's doing what it's doing. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful, like I said. And do yourself a favour. It's one of the main things I talk about, Peace with Food. It's €27. It's there for 5 weeks to help you go through and build up some resilience and find your safe place and start responding in a different way to everything that's bugging you, to causing you stress, and that'll make a big difference on your body. I'm Fiona Robertson, and I'll see you next time.